The Cleveland Cavaliers look unstoppable right now as they have many players at a high level as they begin the season 5-0, a 134 to 110 win against the Los Angeles Lakers last night. Bronny's homecoming, but overall just a huge game. Everyone very excited at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, and the Cavaliers come away a big winner. We will talk about what specifically is unstoppable for the Cavaliers right now, things we want to see going forward, and what the Cavaliers have coming up that may test them even more if they haven't been tested already. Hey everybody, Billy BB back with you on Cavs Digest. We're living in it. We're soaking it in. We're really enjoying talking Cavaliers basketball right now at 5-0 to begin the year. We'll get into Atkinson on this channel. We'll get into Bickerstaff on this channel. We'll get into Garland, Mitchell, the competition, the tiers. Everything we talked about before the season is happening now. Yes, it's early, but hey, why would we just sit back and only make a 10-second video where I say we have to wait until later in the season? We have to wait till February to decide. So be sure to subscribe. You have to subscribe. Most people that are with the channel, liking, commenting, they're not subscribed yet. Do so to keep up with everything we're going to be talking about, which is a lot. But today, we are going to talk about the biggest thing that seems to be unstoppable for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it is their big man duo. It is their front court. Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen look terrific, both ends of the floor. I was there last night, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Again, the Bronny game, everybody excited to see that, but personally, again, I kept hearing the Cavs haven't played anybody yet. They haven't played anybody yet. They caught the Knicks on this. The Knicks weren't quite at their best. They're still figuring that well. The Lakers were just as hot as the Cavaliers. Basically, they were 4-1, almost 5-0, and it was time to put them to the test, and the Cavaliers smacked them. It was 15-14 early, and I blinked, and after that, every single time I looked up at the scoreboard, Cavaliers were up 20+. The rest of the game. Anthony Davis looked ridiculous trying to go against these two guys, offense and defense. He looked ridiculous. The Lakers, this is not a Lakers show, but man, they've got some real issues. They were very exciting to start, but they were exposed last night. LeBron James was sick, and they had a poor shooting night, but man, they are lacking depth. They are lacking confidence, and JJ Redick, who I think has done a good job coaching so far, he's got some issues there. When one guy or another guy doesn't quite want it. And that's what happens, by the way, with a veteran, older roster. When the energy's not there with one guy, it can seep in to the rest of the guys on that team. But Mobley and Allen were awesome. They were so good. Going over that stat line. Jarrett Allen, 20 points, 17 rebounds. At halftime, he had about 12, and he had 2 blocks. Just electric on both ends. For Evan Mobley, in just 19 minutes, he was in foul trouble early, and they didn't need him late. Starters were done about the 5 or 6 minute mark for both teams. 25 points, 5 rebounds, 12 of 16. Unreal. The young man continues to play really good basketball. And the biggest thing, as we talk about this duo, they're playing well together. They're feeding off each other when they're in, and when they get the breaks, they're both kind of thriving in their own way, which is all you can ask for. Play well together, and when it's your time to shine, go for it. That's what Mobley, when he got into foul trouble, they switched over, and it was Jarrett Allen who played really well. It really was Jarrett Allen's night. Mobley got a lot of those points at garbage time, but we'll jump into that. You look here, the Cavaliers start 5-0 again, and like I said, 25 points on 12 of 16. Donovan Mitchell also had a pretty good game. He started hot and then kind of filtered back a little bit. Jarrett Allen's been great. It's the Cavaliers' bigs. It is an elite front court. Yes, elite. And we'll get into why it is elite here in just a second. You can't stop these guys, offense or defense. Blocks all around, rebounding all around, easy buckets, transition buckets. If you watch, statistically, those kind of things are there. But eye test. You're just watching these guys pounce up and down the floor on both ends, blocking or running the floor and either dishing or finishing strong at the rim. Carter Rodriguez, who runs the Chase Down pod for the Cavaliers, 4 games in the season, Jarrett Allen has more blocks than he has missed field goals. That's right, more blocks than he has missed shots. I understand Jarrett Allen dunks a lot, but hey, he creates those dunks. He makes those things happen. And if it were easy, I know a lot of you, he's just dunking. Why doesn't everybody have, in his position or his style of play, have as many missed shots, less missed shots than they do blocks? Jarrett Allen's been terrific. He has been terrific. Kenny Atkinson made some comments after the game. Feels he's gotten better. I thought Jarrett Allen was a finished player 5 years ago. I thought that's who Jarrett Allen was, and I was happy to get him, and I've been happy with him. He is developing. He's better on defense, and he noted, I'm trying harder on defense. I'm trying to be more stable. I got in better shape for defense, and so forth. He's not just getting open dunks. So Jarrett Allen, really, really good night for him. You felt his presence. He stressed Anthony Davis out. He stressed anybody else the Lakers sent down low. That includes LeBron James. Tough LeBron James night. If you're a Cleveland fan, you love LeBron James. You want to see him play well and do big things, especially when he's back in Cleveland. He was foul hunting last night. Trae Young style, James Harden style, where, falling. He used to bully people to the basket, lay it in, and get an and one. He was leaning down, getting hit, throwing it up and in, trying to get one last piece, one last little bit. Not his night. Just not his night. I didn't like what we saw from him. But Jarrett Allen, again, just a huge night. And again, he's at an all-star level already. Hyper efficient, impacts every single play on both ends. Infuriating for opposing coaches, players. Again, LeBron was stressed with him. Davis was stressed with him. D'Angelo Russell stopped driving inside. A lot of the younger players for the Lakers that got minutes couldn't handle him and didn't appreciate him getting to that outside like he does and causing trouble. Now, Evan Mobley. 25 points, 5 rebounds, 12 of 16. I did say a good chunk of it was garbage time. I respect that. Only 18 minutes. Only 18 minutes. This was not a night where he was the focal point. This was not a night where they really pushed Mobley, gave him the ball, said go for it, like they've been doing this season. And just the facts are he came away a great player. He still came away with a great night. Still came away with a good performance. That's who he is right now. Why is this an elite front court? The numbers show it, the eye test show it, and one more thing. Nobody else has it. There is no other duo in the NBA right now that you can say, well, I'd rather have these two up front for me, scoring and playing defense. These two guys on a nightly basis that make the difference these guys do. And odds are if you have somebody you want to challenge, they're the 1 and 2 on that team when these guys are 2 and 3, 3 and 4 on the Cavaliers, as Garland and Mitchell continue to play really well. I would probably, if I had to order the core 4 right now for the Cavaliers, it would be Mitchell, Allen, Mobley, and Garland, and everybody's playing really, really well. So statistically, electric, right? Eye test, amazing. Compare any other duo in the league, nice try. Maybe in the West, there's some names you can throw out there. Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein. That's going to be one to watch this season, but not really similar and not really, again, they're still vibing and still figuring. This is year 4 for these guys. Really, really good stuff from those two. Coming up for the Cavaliers, going to want to subscribe. Drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think. Are these guys unstoppable so far this season? Can they stay unstoppable? Did I order the 4 guys for the Cavaliers wrong? Tough schedule coming up. You're going to want to subscribe. Going to want to stay tuned. Huge rematch from that first round, that Game 7, Cavs and Magic Friday night. Bucks. So you get Magic, Bucks. A lot of testing ground for the Cavaliers. What I will be watching is these two guys that we've talked about for the whole show going against Giannis and Brook Lopez. I do think that's an interesting matchup, and maybe it'll end up proving me wrong. I don't know. Be sure to subscribe to Cavs Digest.